This time on the Dirthead Shed, it's time to go get that Mustang II from Jim's place and see if I can road trip it down to the Dirthead Shed. So, I've got a handful of parts. I've got a SUV full of wheels and tires, some spare gas. I guess it's time to go and see if I can get that Mustang II out of Jim's yard, haul it down to my place, drive it down to my place. That way I can get some real work done on it. Follow along. We'll see if this works or not. Alright, I'm getting close to Jim's. I figured I should probably go over what the goal is for this car. I really just want super quick, cheap, instant gratification, like lowrider cruiser. I'm not building this car because it's the best car in the world. I'm building it because I feel like I can put like 3 days of work into it and drive it to work, cruise it to car night, and have something fun to drive this summer. I've got a set of wheels and tires back here. They're just chrome steelies with skinny white walls. Ordered them through Summit because I was tired of screwing around with trying to find 4x4 1/4 wheels. And they had close to what I really wanted. I really wanted 4-spoke Kragers for this, but those are 13s and they haven't made them in years, so they're almost impossible to find. So I got some 14-inch chrome steelies. I think they're gonna look sick on the car. And we're gonna get this thing running and driving out here at Jim's place, and then I'm gonna run it back home if I make it to my house, and hopefully we can chop some springs and lower this thing and work on it the rest of the day and get it even closer to being what I want out of it. So that's it. This is my turn. Slow down, Suzuki. This thing doesn't have very good brakes. Either that or it's just really heavy. Anywho, it's time to see if this car is going to do what I want it to do. I guess the main goal right now is fast, cheap, and fun. And if we can get those 3 things accomplished, we're doing a good job, right? Those are famous Freiburger checklist items, and I fully believe in it. So if this thing becomes too big of a project, I'm going to stall out on it, and I don't want to do that. I want to be driving this thing to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. And I want to be cruising it to car night on Tuesday night. So we'll see if this all works out. We made it to the dirt. I guess it's also important that this car isn't so nice that I feel bad driving it on dirt roads, because everywhere you go around here, it turns to dirt eventually. Ooh, good old iron. And junk. But that's my junk. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. That tire's flat again. Man, this thing's ugly. Alright, come on thing. Sorry about your tire, but they're not going to stay on there very long. Whew! Back at this thing. Oh my god, it smells. Ugh. You're gonna have to throw some gas in the carb. Oh, get some airflow in here. Oh my gosh. This is disgusting. That'll get it running. Hopefully. on. It's gonna be a long drive home. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. At least there's no dead bodies. There's a lot of rat pack, but I was fully expecting to see like this trunk floor packed full of pack rat.
Yeah.
Nice. It's actually not in bad shape. Like a whole lot of vacuuming and cleaning and whatnot. Got a white vinyl center console for this thing. Yuck. Still yuck. Still grosses me out, but it's not as junk as it could have been. Alright. Let's swap tires. You want to swap tires on this thing and see if we can make the exhaust not sound so bad?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Okay, where are we going to lift this thing? Man, it's already pretty low. I've got a long ways to go, too. It's 4-lug. That's good, because I bought 4-lug wheels. It's 13/16. I'll check down the other socket. That's 11/16. I just used 21. I hope Jim's not too bummed if I leave these wheels here for ever.
No, it'll be fun.
Oh, look at that. Mustang II Glory. This is sweet. Little tiny brakes on it. Look at how little those guys are. Alright. Let me pop off some other wheels and we'll see if the new ones fit. Before I throw wheels and tires on this thing, I think I'm going to see if I can get exhaust on it. They had the pipe cut off right here, super loud. I've brought some pipe with me, so I should be able just to do a quick weld on that. Run a section of 2-inch down to here, and then throw a muffler into that spot. Hold it up with some baling wire or something, and be good to go. This thing's really clean underneath. Alright, I finally get to use one of my favorite mufflers. The super cheap Thrush Turbo. Offset center. These things are super cool. This was like my go-to when I was like 16, 17. Every car I got one of these thrown on it. First things first. I dragged some parts up from home. This is part of the old exhaust from my 56 Merc, which I should be working on instead of this dumb Mustang, but that's not how I roll. I like to bounce around a lot. Oh, come on, get on there. A little bit of creative cutting with the Sawzall, and that thing is kind of in place. I flared it out with a pair of vice grips, so it kind of has a little overlap. Of course, the wind picks up as soon as you weld. Let's see if this super turbo will kind of fit in this space. I may need to extend that pipe just a little bit, but ow! I could also just throw it on here because it's probably going to get changed when I get home. I think I'll just do that. Cool. Alright, we'll have some sort of half-decent exhaust for the drive home. Turn this thing in. Holy cow, I really can't see. It's actually welding pretty good considering how rusty that head pipe is. Not bad. Driveway muffler shop. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta reposition the welder. Get another foot out of welder cord. See if I can bust this on here real quick. We got Tom the Angry Turkey over there checking in on us. Let's see if I can... I'll let it hang for a second and then we'll throw a real hanger on it. Good Lord, I can't see with that thing on. Am I even hitting my mark at all? Try this out. Show the viewers how bad the vision is here.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's why my welding looks terrible. Whatever, it shouldn't fall off on the drive home. I think I got it. Yeah, we're close. Get a little more over here. That's pretty good. Let's see what we got for a hanger. Ants are trying to attack me now. There's a turkey in the background that's getting ready to mate. My hands are on fire. Ow, that's hot. Perfect. Okay, let's get this thing tacked on so we can put some wheels on this thing. How we looking, Malcolm?
Looking pretty good.
I think that'll get me home.
I think so.
Alright, let's put this welder away and start messing with tires and wheels.
Sounds good.
Which one is it? Alright. Nice. Tom, you're in the shot. Hey, Tom, out of here. Tom, over here. Get off my camera. Get out of here.
Come on, Tom.
Go that way. Crazy touches. All right. Sweet. I think it's time to vacuum this thing out as best we can, tie down the battery, and see if we can baling wire up that rear bumper cover.
Yep.
And then drive it home. Oh, this one has these rubber safety bumpers on it, which I've got a plan at home that I'll show you if I make it there. But I'm going to be getting rid of these bumpers, so right now, rather than trying to fix anything, I'm just going to baling wire this thing back on so that it makes the trip home. With the speeds that we're going to be going, you really want to make sure this stuff is on there secure. Good enough. That's less junk, less junky. Fluids are checked and topped off. Battery is tied down. The other day it fell into the exhaust and luckily it melted the ground a little bit. Gonna top off coolant and then fire this thing up and see if that exhaust sounds decent. I just wish it ran better. Alright. We'll see how this goes. Malcolm's going to follow me and my Suzuki just in case. But, I mean, we aren't going to have any problems, right?
Nope.
Alright.
Good to go.
Yeah. And you get home so I can vacuum this thing. Is this crazy or what? I am totally in the Pinto, in the Mustang II, driving this thing home. My wife is going to kill me. Whatever. I'll make this thing cool. Alright. We have kind of made it down the road a little bit. It's not running great, doesn't really make any power, and the brakes really weren't working there for a second. But we're moving. Look at this. I love it. I mean, it runs pretty good. I think we just got to burn this old gas out of it, and it's going to just keep getting better. So fun. It actually drives pretty well. I mean, it's like floating over bumps fine. It's not shaking like crazy. I'm stoked that I threw wheels and tires on it right away, because that would have been a total bummer, like trying to drive on those 13s that were 20 years old or whatever. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. couple miles down the road. Mustang II is out doing its thing in the world, living its best life. It's not running great, but that's not really surprising. So rad. Good. Running the gas through it, it's starting to run a little bit better. It still kind of tries to die on me whenever I push the clutch in. But all in all, this thing seems like it's going to be a good car. I'm stoked. This thing hasn't been on the road in Lord knows how long. And now it's out here living its best life. I'm going to get it to my house, pull it into the shop. We're going to do a few more things to it before we call it done for the day, all right? Awesome. Great success. Little Mustang's in the shop. I'm gonna vacuum it out real quick and then throw it up in the air, and we will start figuring out what the steps are for this thing. It doesn't run very good at all, so I figure I should lower it first. I was getting after it with the shop vac, and I think I found the mother load of mouse nest. Ugh. That's nasty. There's a dead one under that little thing right there. Ew, nasty. Alright, I gotta get some gloves. Check this out, I'm making this thing instantly cooler. I didn't know that this was a thing, but this window tint is actually just static sticker. I figured I was gonna be in here for hours trying to get rid of this window tint. So cool. This car's better by the minute. The carpet's all vacuumed up. It's less gross. It's definitely not perfect, but whatever. It's so much better than it was. I got all the mouse nest vacuumed out of here. The trunk floor is super solid in this thing. So yeah, bottom side of the deck lid looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in the air, and then we can start figuring out what's next. So it seems like I just put these things on here. Well, I was trying to get this side all done, get all my tools out, get everything sorted out so that I could show you all how to install some drop spindles quick and easy. And guess what? The drop spindles that I thought I got with this car are in fact stock spindles. This is the one that was in the box. This is the one that came off the car. They are both the same. So kind of a big snag. I've got to order a set of drop spindles for it, but I think while I'm here, I'm going to at least cut a coil or two, try and get the front of this car down just a little bit, and hopefully have it back together tonight. Ah, so frustrating. Alright, can't let that stop me. I got to keep working. We're going old school tonight. We're going to just heat some springs, lower the front of this thing down a bunch. I really probably need to get new brake hoses and calipers and rotors and all that stuff, so when I order some drop spindles, I'm going to go ahead and order a bunch of stuff. So, like anything, these projects always turn into more than what you're expecting. So we'll heat these springs up and I'll show you kind of how to go about doing that. Basically what I'm going for is just heat the coil in 2 spots, and you'll see it start to collapse on itself here in a second. Now it collapsed over there, so it did its job. So now I'll go over here and I'll collapse this side. Alright, that should be good. We got that spring all crammed in there. Alright. I really doubt that's going to give me all the drop that I want, but that should get us by for a couple days until I get some new parts in here. Alright, time to put this thing back together. The coils are heated up and looking terrible, and I actually ran over here and did the other side, so it's kind of there to match. So I'm going to bolt these stock spindles back on and just kind of get it back to where it was. That way hopefully I can drive it tomorrow, and then we can order up some parts from Summit and see if I can get some spindles here early in the week. Sweet! That's it for this Dirthead Shed. Got this little Mustang II out of Jim's side yard, cleaned it up a little bit, made it more roadworthy, slammed some exhaust on it, wheels, tires. That was a pretty good day. Yeah, I got beat by a couple little things, like not having the right drop spindles and not really being ready to make blocks for the rear. But that just means we can make another Dirthead Shed about fixing this car all up. So, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna torque these wheels down and get this thing ready to drive to work tomorrow.